Flattened by a pothole, broken bones and still in a lot of pain. Linda says she almost lost her business after she tripped. So the hairdresser is suing council and her local grocery store.
It's really a nasty hole. Fell in that thing and it's taken them 3 years and they've only just filled it in now.
It's the pothole that brought grandmother Linda Evans undone.
I was bawling my eyes out. I was just so upset. I just couldn't believe it had happened.
It was just before Christmas in 2020 when Linda Evans decides she needs a loaf of bread. So she jumps in her car and heads down to what was then her local grocery store. But Linda never made it inside. Instead, she says she tripped and fell in a massive pothole on the roadway in front of the shop and was taken away in an ambulance.
People rushed over and I think I was dazed and they were saying I couldn't breathe because I'd winded myself so badly. I couldn't move my arm. Like it was just, you know, I'd had a break in a bone in my elbow, my wrist and my thumb. And so they had to call the ambulance for me.
I was just devastated for Linda. This happened through no fault of her own and she has had significant impact on her employment as a hairdresser.
Solicitor Rebecca Thomas from Shine Lawyers says there is security camera vision which shows how severe Linda's accident was and the impact it had on her.
And as a hairdresser, of course, you're using both arms throughout the day above her head and she's restricted and will be forevermore.
Linda says she couldn't work for 3 months and when she did return to her salon in the tiny town of Corroy on Queensland's Sunshine Coast, she had to learn how to cut hair differently.
I end up having to wear a brace around my wrist and my elbow because it just aches and some days I'm just nearly in tears.
Yeah, so you're still suffering?
Still suffering from it, yeah.
So she has suffered a loss of income straight away and then into the future because she has ongoing issues with her left arm and right shoulder. She can no longer do the hours that she did or service the clients that she used to.
Linda says she almost lost her business, which is why she decided to sue for damages, seeking almost $230,000 from the Gympie Council and the owner of the grocery store.
They were both blaming each other.
So as you understand it, the council owns the land where the pothole was?
Well, apparently it is the council. But to me, whether it's the council's land or not, why wasn't the friendly grocer hassling them to fix it? Because when you have a look at the hole, it didn't happen overnight.
The owner of the grocery store didn't respond to our request for a copy of the CCTV. But Linda also claims the store had blocked the footpath that day, so she had to walk around through the pothole to get in.
That's why we're pursuing both the grocery store and the council, because as we see it, they both have a duty of care to Linda.
A council spokesperson said, "We will decline to comment at this juncture." And the owner of the grocery store told us in an email they will not be making any comment. But that hasn't stopped the keyboard warriors who've attacked Linda on social media.
People on Facebook were saying, lift your feet and open your eyes, and like a couple of them on the Facebook have said, oh, what's wrong with you? I've tripped there before too, and I didn't go and sue anyone, but did you break a bone? Were you incapacitated?
It's not fair, no, and many people suffer an injury in similar circumstances. It may not be as profound as Linda's injury and it may not have the impact on their employment as it has on Linda's.
And what really angers Linda is that the council only recently filled in the pothole.
So it's taken them, over 2 years to actually do something.
Can you believe that?
I can't believe it.
Especially seeing you had an injury there.
Exactly. And I mean, it wasn't a little injury, I just didn't trip. I actually got hurt. And so, I think I just can't believe it.
Both the council and the store owner has yet to lodge a defence to Linda's claim or offer to settle the matter.
We always hope common sense will prevail, but if we have to take it to court to get Linda's compensation that she deserves, then we absolutely will.
I wouldn't be doing this if there wasn't a hole there. I wouldn't have fallen. I wouldn't have had to have done this. I wouldn't have to gone through the stress of this if they had just fixed the thing.
Good on you, Linda. Potholes, they annoy all of us.